Okay, hello guys. Today the topic is about the constructions and maths. Okay, so let's move to the first slides. Okay, so first let's making a brief introduction to the geometrical constructions. Okay, so how to construct a graph? Okay, so construct just means we have to draw a shape. Okay, like here we have to use a ruler and a pair of compass to draw the graph. Okay, so here I'll give you some examples. Okay. So if you want to constructing a triangle, like here, we have 6 centimeter, 5 centimeter, and 4 centimeter, okay? So here are several steps, okay? First, we can draw the longest baseline, that is 6 centimeter, okay? We can just draw a section like here, that is 6 centimeter. Here is for A, here's for B, okay? Distance between A and B is 6 centimeter, okay? And then we can try to draw other two sides of maybe AC and BC, okay? And you can use a compass to draw a circle, okay? Maybe here you can just draw a circle, like maybe, for example, uh, like here, like 5 centimeter, and like, oh, sorry for that, okay. Okay, so that is 5 centimeter, like here, okay. That is using the center of A, okay? And then you can also draw the center of B, and here you can draw 4 centimeter, okay, like here. Okay, and you'll find that there are 2 points, right? Okay, you can find there are two intercept points like here. So these 2 points might be C, okay? So you can find here C. So you can find the distance between C and A, right? You can find the distance between C and A. It is equals to the radius. Radius here equals to maybe 5 centimeter, right? And we can just connect C and B, right? And we can set maybe C and B, the distance between them is 4 centimeter, right? Okay, so we can set here intersection C, but the distance between AC and BC, they're constant numbers, they're 5 and 4, okay? So we can just calculate here how to draw the triangle, like here. And you can find here, we draw two arcs, and we find that the intercept is C, so we draw AC and BC that equals to the radius, that is 5 centimeter and 4 centimeter, okay? So that is how we can draw SSS construction, okay? And what is a net? Okay, so here we can say net is a two-dimensional flat pattern that we can fold it to form a three-dimensional solid. Okay, so like you're playing, for example, you're playing some card games. Okay, you can just using the card to build a like a architecture structure. Okay, so that is mean a net. Okay, so let's for example let's talking about the drawing a net. Like here you can find that it's a square-based pyramid, right? And we can find there's in the center is the base of the pyramid, okay, and the four side, maybe the four area here, okay. You can just try to fold it, okay, and you can form the base here and maybe four side like here, okay. That is a four side, okay. So that is how we can identify it, okay, and trying to draw this. So maybe you can just use your paper to fold a lot of examples, which can help you to consider a lot about how to draw the nets, okay. Okay, and here's also some deliberate practice, okay? So maybe you can just try to rethink about it on yourself. Okay, you can just pause the video and try to do yourself. Also, you can follow with my steps to solve these problems. Maybe for problem one is that explain why it is impossible to construct a triangle with side lengths 10 centimeter, 4 centimeter, and 3 centimeter, right? Okay, so we can just try to think. We already use the method like we draw a section as 10 centimeter, right? We draw the longest line, 10 centimeter. And then you can find trying to draw 4 centimeter and 3 centimeter, okay? You can find here that is 4 centimeter, and here is for 3 centimeter, okay? That is 4, here is 3, okay? And you can find there's no intercept between two circles, right? Okay, so we can say there's no point to obey the rules that is 4 and 3, okay? Also, you can use the basic principle of the triangle, like two sides addition must be bigger than another side, okay? So you can find here 4 plus 3 smaller than 7, oh sorry, smaller than 10. So we can say you cannot build a triangle very easily, okay? That is it. So for problem 2 is that draw a rough sketch of the valid net for a cylinder, okay? So we can say maybe cylinder is like this way, right? And you can try to maybe draw the net graph. So you can first try to rethink here, maybe on the top of the cylinder and at the base of the cylinder, there are two circles, right? And the side surface of the cylinder, maybe you can just try to like make it open and you can find that it's a rectangle, right? So you can draw the cylinder like this way, okay? This is a rectangle, means the side area, and this is a base, and here is the top, okay? That is for problem 2, we draw the net graph. And for problem 3, if you want us to construct the triangle x, y, z, okay? So first you can try to draw x, y, right? That is 8 centimeter. And then draw y, z is 6 and x, z is 7, right? Okay, you can draw 2 circles right here. Just draw the graph. Like y here, you can also draw the graph. So maybe here this point means the z, right? Okay, like this way. And for a last problem, draw a rough sketch of a net of triangular prism, right? And how many rectangle faces does it have? Okay, so for triangular prism, we can just draw like this way. Okay, this is a triangular prism, right? And when you're trying to open it, you can find there are 3 subsides, right? And there's a top area and a base area. Okay, so you can say top surface is a triangle and the base surface is a triangle. But here you can find there are 3 rectangle for the side surface, right? Okay, so yes, there are 3 rectangular faces we have. Okay. So that is for all today's our lesson. We already learned about how to calculate and how to draw the graph of a triangle and how to open the graph, or open the maybe 3-dimensional graph and to become a net graph, okay? So that's for it. So see you next time. Bye.